So we designed this course with the kind of working professional in mind and wanted to make sure that we provided enough time for reflection between each lesson and the sets of modules. And so we designed the course this particular way so that you fully absorb and transform into entrepreneurship. So there are five modules. First module is the introduction and overview, which you're going through right now, and this is the shortest module. All of the other modules, clarity and commitment, which is module two, experiment and refine, which is module three, prepare to launch, which is module four, and operate, which is module five. Each of those have four lessons underneath them following the moat framework, which I'll go over as well, and which Kwai did earlier. But we designed it that way so that you take each 30 to 40-minute lesson and really spend time around that, reflect on it, engage in the community. And so the reason the course is laid out that way, and it should take you about 16 weeks to go through the whole course if you follow our pacing guide, is to allow you to fully absorb, test, and also like learn and ask questions and engage and try things with us along the way so that you get our expert advice and also can go through not only the community but the rapid fire sessions that allow you to ask more detailed questions as well. So I wanted to provide you with a little more detail around the other 16 lessons. um, First, clarity and commitment. This is a really important step, and one that a lot of entrepreneurs get really excited about because you're excited about your idea or your solution, but often don't execute it the right way. And so part of it, is kind of this agile design thinking notion of trying to test and get feedback and um, iterating on your idea a bit, but it also includes uh, really understanding what the market needs are and making sure that your idea is described in a way that other people can understand and make sure that it solves some of the problems that they're looking for. Because sometimes introducing something completely different makes it really hard to sell. The second one, experiment and refine, this is where you like have developed your methodology or your prototype, and you're really trying to hone in on it and get feedback, and you're testing it out with a lot of folks, even talking about it a lot of times if it's just a service. And through that process you're constantly iterating, and you'll start to see what's clicking with folks, and it'll improve your product so that often when you're developing something in isolation or at one proof point, getting multiple proof points just looks different because the conditions are very different. And then, so we'll walk you through in that module, like the different steps of prototyping, engaging potential clients and users, how to use the test data to determine like what you react to and what you don't, and then a reflection process to make sure that it's in line with the vision that you want to achieve, but it's also something that's in demand. Preparing to launch is like all of the stuff that you need to do to get people excited about your product or solution, even before you go out to market. There's just a lot of preparation that could go into it. Um, Improving your network and making sure that you have a clear idea who you're going to reach out to. Understanding your competition. This is a lot of stuff that you can do right now in your current role, but there's just understanding how your direct competitors and your adjacent competitors operate in the space, and then your go-to-market strategy will evolve over time, but there are steps that you would take in order to execute your go-to-market and reach more clients along the way, and we'll provide you with some a roadmap for that. And then finally, operationalize. And I think there's a lot of organizations that provide some of these topics, but it's just the sustainability and what to expect from entrepreneurship on an operational level, how to think about pricing and metrics and growth. If you're thinking about sales or how to hire people, some of the just the legal considerations and aspects from serving different states to just the corporate structure, and then setting goals for yourself that you are the metrics that you need to know that you're making progress on your business. Just like anything, you got to measure how you're doing with your goals and your business in order to see if the decisions you're making are actually really good decisions. So with the completion of each module, we wanted to make sure you have a clear takeaway and an output from the module. And so after the second module, which is clarity and commitment, you're going to end up working on a lean canvas. And the lean canvas is going to help you identify some of the things that you have to think about, but also it should be a living document that you're constantly updating, and will help you get started. But also there'll be opportunities for you to do peer review with the lean canvas, get feedback from others around whether the messaging or the way you're thinking about it is clear. And it's great to have a peer network in the community to do that. In the second module, the experiment and refine, you're actually going to work on a prototype or a service outline describing what it is and figuring out to what level you need to communicate these things and to what level of detail, and then deciding like how you're going to refine that without like investing too much time. So there are ways where you can get feedback, check for understanding, make sure that people are, understanding what you're doing and how you're planning on doing it before you give them the detail that they're going to need in order to make a decision. And so we'll walk you through some of that, and then kind of launch planning, which is prepare to launch. What are some of the things around marketing? I know a lot of people will have questions around website and social media and such, but there's a bit more that goes into it, just how you think about it, digital content marketing, building out your network, the understanding how your competitors are talking about it and how to win against competitors. And then finally operationalize is just kind of a one pager that allows you to think about like who your stakeholders are, what solutions or tools are you going to be using, how to manage your time across all of those things. And so just to allow you to operationalize the work better and sustain the work over a long period of time. So that will culminate in kind of the 4 outputs after you complete the course, and then you'll get a course completion certificate after that. Thank you for completing module 1, and I hope you enjoyed the first module, got some inspiration, and even learned a few things along the way. We have 16 other lessons for you going forward, and before you jump into the next module and the next lesson, please engage with the community and let people know you're out there, what you're thinking about, get feedback from them, because that will help all of us learn. Don't forget the monthly coaching sessions, the rapid feedback sessions that we have, and the announcements with resources and other experts that will be joining the community. So see you in the next module.